Kathleen Devine.
Good morning, I'm Sheila Lunsford.
I'm Rebecca Johns-Womack.
And I'm Carrie Latham, and y'all, we are downtown Nashville. Last week we filmed our show, Overcoming Obstacles, and we were loving Nashville. So here we are again, and this week we're going to be talking about a great topic about what was your mother right about. So we're excited about that, but here we are. You can't keep us down. And hey, listen, if you've got a business that you want us to come film at, right? Or a unique property that you would like for us to come and use as on location, just email us at info@thesoarshow.com. So anyway, coffee cup time. What do we got? Kathleen?
I've got my South Carolina mug.
That's right, representing hometown.
Representing the home state, yeah.
And mine is live in the moment. Just a great reminder to always live in the moment and not be so caught outside external disturbances. Live in the moment.
Or the future. Yeah, today.
Mine reminds me of a goal that I once met in life. It's a program I used to run at the Department of Education, state of Tennessee, and it's coordinated school health, and it's got Dr. Johns-Womack on the back, and I'll talk a little more about that later.
Okay. Mine says, you got this. And on the inside, when I take a sip, it says brave. So you know how that feels? I don't care if you're going into a competition or a doctor's appointment or you're waking up for a big job interview, and if someone just says, you got this, doesn't that feel good?
Absolutely.
So my cup says that to me.
It's that positive self-talk that we keep reiterating.
Yeah, you got this. So we remind ourselves of that every time we film a show. Because again, we're stepping outside of our comfort zones to do that. But real quick, I want to do a shout out. We like to do that to local businesses. And if you're ever downtown Nashville, 12th South, East Nashville, Sylvan Park area, this is our Who's Who, Edley's Barbecue. Y'all, it's fabulous. The Edley's is named after Edley Newman. The owner is Will Newman. Edley's from Viola, Tennessee, and their slogan is all things Southern. So go by there and try their brisket and their burnt ends and their 3 B's. Burnt ends, brisket, and bushwhackers. That's my favorite. But you have to go early in the day because they smoke their meat every day, and it's just for the day. So if they run out, they run out.
So come on to Nashville and visit. Great place to visit.
Yeah, there's so many locations.
In Nashville.
EdleysBBQ.com. Check them out. And listen, here's the T-shirt. We told y'all last week that when we call out a place, that we're going to have T-shirts. So this is Edley's, a tribute to all things Southern. We'll be putting your name if you join our YouTube channel or subscribe to our YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah. So win a T-shirt from us.
What's our topic?
Our topic is, what was your mother right about?
Oh, so many things.
Yes,
Yeah.
so many things.
It's funny, when we first started talking about this, we have some of us that said nothing. She wasn't right about anything. And then, let me think about it.
Right.
But, you know, there's no way, hardly,
Yes.
even if it's kind of a positive negative, what was she right about? Maybe you learned something from her not doing something.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
There's all kinds of ways to look at it. So, Rebecca, what do you think of?
With my mom?
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yeah. Hey, Rebecca, you got this.
Okay, well, the first thing that comes to my mind that my mother told me in the 7th grade is men are born with balls and women have to earn them.
Oh boy, we're getting real.
Yeah, and that actually has helped me more in my whole entire life than you could ever imagine.
One more time, what?
Yeah, men are born with balls.
Okay.
Women have to earn them.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we're putting it out there, and that has helped me so much with everything, specifically with education. I believe in education for a female is invaluable, and that's why my coffee cup that my mom didn't even have a college degree, and I made it a point to have a doctorate degree. So again, put on the ball sack and go for it.
Mine's your sister.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay, most mothers, I understand, probably haven't said that, but some people can relate.
They've said that in a certain way.
Yes.
Yes. But
She was just
It was
really
very
direct.
positive.
Yeah.
She was very direct. I'm very close to my mom.
Well, let me just say for Rebecca and us that hang out with her, she says that quite often. I just get it done. Hey, we might, yeah, that's good.
That's a good lead into what I learned from my mother.
Okay.
And there's always a polite way to say something to get your point across, to be a lady, but also to be assertive. You don't have to be aggressive, but you can make your case and stand up for yourself in a polite way.
Absolutely.
That's that whiskey in a teacup mentality that Reese Witherspoon wrote about.
Yes.
Yes, her grandma always said that Southern women were whiskey in a teacup. which is what you're saying. That's like, oh,
Yes.
bless her heart, that thing. That's really
Yes.
good too.
Yes.
Yeah, which can make me go to something that my mother was very smart about, and that was, we grew up in Georgia, but she's like, don't go anywhere in a Budweiser t-shirt. You know what I mean? Like, think about what you're wearing all the time. I don't care where you're going, dress to respect yourself. And I think my sisters and I, all three, you know, we're just kind of, I wouldn't call us conservative, but we're not gonna make someone uncomfortable by what we have on. But that goes, anybody can do what they want, but I like that about my mother. And there was another thing too that my mother was right about. This is kind of funny, but she was like, be careful who you go out with. You can fall in love with anybody. And isn't that true?
True.
Yes.
You know, think about that, because you can. You can find yourself, you fell in love, and maybe it was the wrong guy. Maybe they're abusive. Maybe they were not really good as far as being support to the family. Or maybe they were ugly and you had ugly kids. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm just saying. That was always a good tip too.
Yeah. You know,
Really think about what you're looking for your future,
very true.
and be conscious of it.
That is with everything.
I think all of us probably dated someone at some point that your mother said, "What are you thinking?"
Oh yeah.
No, no, no. You
That's why the
cannot.
subject came up in her house.
She was right.
Yes, yes.
And she was right.
Yes, and if you're smart enough to listen, it typically
Yes.
pays off.
Yeah. What about recipes? Were your moms right about some recipe that you love? Or, I mean, what do you think? Were your moms cooks?
Yes.
Mine was an excellent cook.
Mine too.
Yes,
Growing up in the
excellent.
South.
Southern cooking.
Yeah.
My mom was a great cook, but she always cooked from a recipe, and it drives her insane because I throw things in, and she always asks for my recipe. Today I'm like, I don't know, there was something in the pantry, and I
You like it?
tossed it in the pot.
I don't know. Yeah.
Just threw it in.
That's good. Yeah, my mom was a really good cook. She had very specific ways of doing things. So actually, one of the reasons this topic came up is I was in a cute little crafty store, and there was, I think it was a handkerchief for your kitchen, and it said, sometimes I open my mouth and my mother comes out. And it made me realize that
That's perfect.
we do channel our mothers. I know, I think about, oh, this is so funny too. Here's something always, every time I vacuum a floor, I hear my mother go, you can't just do the edges, you gotta get the middle. You know, just little things like that.
They
Did
never
you think-
leave you.
They
That's right.
never leave you.
Gosh, my mother taught me if you're going to do any job, didn't matter if it was cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the kitchen, or a job at your work, do it to the best of your ability the first time. Do it right the first time.
That's it.
We couldn't go out to play on Saturday morning until the house was clean.
Yeah.
And I would go in and clean the bathroom, well, 2 bathrooms, clean both bathrooms, and she would come behind me and inspect. And if they were not to her liking, you missed this, you missed that, do it again. And I'd do it again, but it didn't take me very long to learn. I really just wanted to do it one time because I was eager to get out and play.
Well, how valuable is that?
Go outside.
That's valuable for your everyday job.
It is.
That's
It
valuable
is.
for us with everything that we do, if you do it right and thorough the first time. So that's a great lesson that she taught.
And my
Very much.
mom very similarly said, always leave a room or a place cleaner than when you
Yes.
entered it. And
The
being
Boy
a
Scout
former,
rule.
yes, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, being a former school teacher, that's what I would always tell my kids. When you leave this classroom, you leave
Yeah.
it cleaner than when you arrived.
Yeah. Okay, well, I've been thinking a lot about things that she said, which is neat. My mother, is your mother still alive?
Mine's not.
Mine's not either. My mother passed away.
Mine's alive and well.
I live
Yeah.
6 miles from my mom and talk to her.
Oh, that's awesome.
every day.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
I get Queenie advice often.
Well, take advantage of that, because I can't go back, obviously, neither can Sheila. So,
Yeah.
of what they say.
Well, and I want to say too, because you and I do not have our mothers any longer, I think a lot of times people have poor relationships with their mother, and who's wrong, who's right, kind of really doesn't matter. You only have one mother, and it's really important to try your best to have the best possible relationship. I had a great relationship with my mother. We talked not every day, but she lived in Alabama, I was here, but we talked very often, and I miss not being able to pick up the phone
Sure.
and call and just either share exciting news or call and say, this happened, help me through this,
Yeah.
those types of things.
Well, and I'll
It's
speak.
important.
It is important, and I'll speak to not having that great of a relationship with your mother, but valuing who your mother was. Because I still look back on so. I mean, like I look today, I've pulled up so many things that I refer back to her for. So I respect the purpose she served in my life, and I respect her for that. So good relationship or not, just respect that role and whatever it's supposed to mean in your life.
And forgiveness is very powerful.
Yeah,
If you have the ability to
Yes.
forgive, you can move forward, but you see a lot of people that hold on to the baggage and the damage their parents did to them. I don't think any of us would say that we came through it unscathed.
No, that's right. But look at it as what made you who you are, and you know, obstacles you can get over, which we talked about obstacles before.
That's invaluable what you just said. You're right. We've all had issues with our parents.
Yeah.
And even my relationship with my mother's never been, I mean, it's not perfect.
They're never
That's-
perfect.
Exactly. But you're right. No matter your past, you always want to focus on moving on and moving ahead
Yes.
and being positive and putting your past behind you.
Exactly. I think that's why it's really good. And if you've got a bad relationship with your mother or father or anybody, think about what she said and what I just said as far as finding the importance of the role that they're playing in your
Yes.
life and help it move you forward. I mean, why not?
Yes.
You can choose to be mad about it and take the poor me road, or you can say, okay, what does this mean for my future?
That's right. What have I learned from this? What
Yeah.
will I do different?
Yes.
And you know, all of us are mothers, and I venture to say I'm certainly not a perfect mother. I've done things that my kids would say, gosh, why did you do that? Or why did you raise us this way? But we do the best we can with what we have. And I think just trying to have an understanding of that person's past, that person's history is all they can bring to the table. It really is. And
Yeah.
forgiveness
Right.
is everything.
You
It
just
goes
said
a
something
long way.
really important too. Our parents weren't just born parents.
Right.
Okay, so they have a story too.
Mhm.
Where did they come from? What did they go through? What did their parents go through that made them go through it? It's just a never ending. So just grow, keep growing, and don't have those resentments.
And
That's right.
y'all
Choose to
hear me
learn.
say it in a lot of our different shows that if you're having trouble moving on with your past, go to a counselor. Please talk through these things and don't live your life in bondage from anything.
Right, yeah.
Yes, work through them.
Well, I would like to say cheers to our moms, because for all of us to have these,
That's
this
true.
outlook,
Our
they
mothers
did,
weren't perfect, but they gave birth to
hey,
us.
they did more right than,
right,
than we're
yes.
even probably recounting.
Yes.
Oh,
For us to sit
absolutely.
here with
Yes.
this mentality.
We could do
Yes.
a 2-hour show on mothers.
Yeah, we
without
could.
a doubt.
Well, cheers to moms. We're going to talk a little bit about Nashville.
Yeah,
We had
Titans
CMA
win.
week last week. Titans had a big win.
Yeah.
So, concerts and stuff. Yeah, this town's so fun.
Yeah.
I've
You can
bought
see
more
the talent
tickets.
behind us, a lot of action.
Kathleen's our concert queen, so that's why we're like, what do we do, Kathleen?
We bought Kiss tickets this week. They're going to be here at the end of August. Their final tour.
Ooh.
Iron Maiden's going to be here. Something to note for you Nashvillians. I drove all the way from Murfreesboro down here to Bridgestone to buy my tickets. Call in advance, because I believe Ticketmaster is now doing some exclusive arrangements with the artists to where they're not selling them at Bridgestone. I think in the past we've all just assumed that we could come to the box office and get tickets.
Yeah.
Quite a few concerts you can't do that for.
There's all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Hot
Yeah.
tip. All right, a little challenge for the week. Because I grew up not really drinking sodas. We pretty much drank water or milk or orange juice growing up. So the importance of water, and this time of year, the flu and cold season is hitting us really hard, very, very early.
Yes.
And so one of the best ways, easiest ways that you can overcome that and work against catching a cold is 64 ounces of water a day. It keeps your mucous membranes nice and moist, that it catches any bacteria and viruses. So, yep, 64 ounces. I know, I carry it with me everywhere that I go. So yes, it takes me 3 of these a day, and I know I've had my water. So
Hey,
keep
Rebecca,
those mucous membranes nice and moist.
did your mother teach you about water?
She did teach me about water.
Okay, I thought maybe so.
She did.
That's awesome. You're so,
Yes.
yeah. See, I'm a Diet Coke girl. Rebecca gets on to me for
I
all my
do.
Diet Coke. All right, drink water.
Lots
All
of
right.
waters.
What do you got, Sheila? We'd like to end our show with a great
Yes,
quote.
I've got our quote here, and the quote for today is, be humble, be hungry, and always be the hardest worker in the room.
Uh-oh.
With these ladies, that's hard to accomplish, but I'm trying. I'm trying.
Hey, as long as we all get there together, that's what I'm all about.
That's right.
Yes.
That's a great quote.
That is a great quote.
All right, that is the SOAR show, and that was What Was Your Mother Right About? If you want to send us in some things about your mother, that would be awesome.
And send us your coffee mugs.
Send us your coffee.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.